Take a look, this is from Plow Hearth. It's the dual layer wind spinner. This is the outdoor wow factor. It is one of the largest wind spinners that we present on QVC. It doesn't take a lot of wind. Of course, you know, as soon as we come to you, the wind totally dies down. But watch, during this presentation, I'm sure there'll be a little breeze with oh, actually, it's happening right now. There you go, that way. With very little breeze, these start moving and they are incredible. Let me take you through the colors. We have your green back here. Now look how tall. I'm 5'5" in heels. This is over 7.5 feet tall and it's a 27-inch diameter. There's a beautiful finial at the top. Actually, I'll show you all that when we get closer. We'll come up here and show you, but here's your green. And then it just moves so beautifully in that breeze. That's your green. Here's your red, crimson red, and then we have it available in blue. So take a look. There's a finial at the top, 3 balls, and then what looks like a lotus actually, right? Like you can see it looks like a lotus leaf or lotus flower that they spin in opposite directions of each other. They look amazing. All right, so I want to say hello to Nancy Brandmuller, who comes to us from Plow Hearth. Nancy, these are wild. Oh wait, we do have one more colorway. We have the multi, which Nancy has in front of her, so she has that. There's your multi, and there's the multi out on our patio here. Crimson red, already popular. So crimson red, multi, blue, and green. Nancy, I've never, in all the years you and I have presented wind spinners, seen one like this. I mean, we just have never done something that looks like this before.
I know. You know, leave it to Plow Hearth to continue to come up with really fabulous wind spinner designs. And this one absolutely fits that bill because it's stately, it's tall, it's over 7.5 feet tall. Look at these beautiful, almost like feathers. I'm going to stop them, because you're going to have these feathers that are coming up that are going in opposite directions. That gorgeous finial that you mentioned on the interior there. I am showing one here a little bit lower because it's so tall, it's actually hard to fit in my set. I have one in the back that's full height, but you've got all those out there in full height, which is that over 7.5 feet tall. Here is the one that's full height in my set here. But you've got something that is going to be the centerpiece of your garden, because you want to have that focal point, but also that movement and color. So when you get this home, instantly you have that color in your garden while we're waiting for all those flowers to start blooming. So, and then beyond as well.
So I just want to show you, like, you know, I like wind spinners for a really, really simple reason. I like being able to look outside and actually see like what the wind is like. So right now we just have the slightest of breeze, and with just the slightest of breeze, this blue one is moving. This blue one is catching some breeze coming around the house here, I think. It was moving ever so slightly. Oh, look, it's going again. The wind's picking up. It's starting to move. But I like being able to look outside and just looking at the wind spinner and knowing like how windy it is. 4 easy payments of $19.99. Let me take you through the colors again. And Nancy, the painting on this, I do want everyone to know, make sure this doesn't move. It's this gorgeous, almost reminds me of like a race car. Like it's so glossy, but the edges are done in this like ombre, so you can see it's kind of tipped with black. It makes it look really dramatic. So that's the green. Same thing with this really lovely blue. This is a lot of hand finishing. You can see the red over here, which is this gorgeous, like beautiful, like ruby
crimson
red.
Really
crimson
gorgeous.
Red.
Yeah.
And then you have the multi in front of you, and we also have the multi on our set, which we're going to see in just one second, which is all these great primary colors, the gold, the red, and the blue. Oh my gosh, Nancy, these are awesome.
They are really spectacular. And, you know, they are super tall. This one that I have right here next to me, I do want to point out, I've taken out the middle section because it's so tall. It didn't fit here in my set. But these are over 7.5 feet tall. You've got the width of about 27 inches. All those beautiful, like, feathers of metal. They are designed with that beautiful curve to catch the wind, so that usually it's going to be, you know, moving anytime you look at it. My recommendation is that you look at your house and you kind of go further out. I know your set is kind of close to the house, which is probably blocking the wind. So that, so you just want to kind of get it a little bit further away from your house so that it can take advantage of the wind coming from any direction. And I usually say, Mother Nature is a little bit fickle. I may think one spot of my garden is really windy. It turns out that this may be in a better spot. So play
Yeah,
around with it, have fun.
yeah.
Put it in that spot where you're going to see it from inside your home. Put it in that spot, maybe in the front of your house, where this is your piece that you tell people, come to my house when we're ready to play bunco again, or we're ready to play cards, or get together for that potluck. My house is the one with that really spectacular spinner that's so colorful. I love that we've given all solid colors too. We have the multi here that I have, but look at that vibrant blue,
Mhm.
the green, and that red that just has that ruby red tone. But I love that you pointed out kind of the black edging too, because that does make it so dramatic.
Yeah. So, Nancy, every time we do 800, by the way, have now been ordered. If you want the green, we have only 100 to go around. That's it. In the crimson red, 200. That's it. In the blue, only 300. And in the multi, only 300. Okay, so look, we've got a little bit of a breeze here. Unfortunately, we came out, Nancy, every time I do this in the garden show outside,
Yes.
I'm always thinking like, oh my gosh, the whole show, my hair is going to be flying around because it's windy. And then all of a sudden we do it
Yes.
today. Oh, Harry, look, okay, we're getting
Right.
some breeze. Don't you know, as soon as we started this, it's like
Right.
the wind just died. But right now,
Yeah,
I want to show
absolutely.
you, it takes very, very little breeze. Look, my hair is not moving at all in the wind. This is moving. Now, we also have it on the protected side of a house. Note to
Yes.
self, Jake and I, my producer, will talk about next time we do a wind spinner not being in front of the house. But look, there's
Okay.
like no breeze on me. My hair's not
Right.
really moving, but these are moving. So it takes
Yeah.
very, very little wind, little breeze to get them to move. So I just wanted to level set everyone's expectations and make them understand why some of mine aren't moving. Because look, my hair's not moving either. There's like no breeze
Right.
here. But this
Yes.
moving slightly as that slight breeze comes around the house. They're so stately at 7.5 feet tall. Look, as I mentioned before, Nancy, I'm 5'5", and I'm in about, let's say, 3.5-inch heels. And look, it's still taller than me. It's and 27 inches around. It's nice and big. Oh, there's no breeze, and this is still moving a little. That's pretty impressive. Okay, I have a quantity update for you. If you want this green, we have 5 dozen left in the green. That is it. Crimson red, fewer than 100. Oh, look, it's starting to move. And next most limited is our multi. In the multi, we only have 120. And in the blue, we have 200, and that is it. So 4 easy payments of $19.99, limited quantity, and going quickly now. Nancy, we've done so many wind spinners. I'm not saying we've never done one that's 7.5 feet tall. I'm not sure, maybe we have. But in my mind, this is by far one of the most stately, tallest kind of outdoor wow wind spinners that you and I have ever presented together.
I must agree with you. This is really spectacular. I love this design. When I saw it in the first place, I actually have had this out in my garden. I adore looking outside. I've had it out in the winter time, testing it out. It's really just a gorgeous, elegant, graceful piece. I love looking out to see it spinning in any, most of the time I'm looking at it, it's moving, even if it's just gently. We are drawn to movement. We are drawn to looking out and seeing what's going on outside, drawn to nature. And so you've got something that is really elegant and beautiful, but it's also mesmerizing and kind of calming. When you see this kind of movement, it just is something that's just really calming to look at, sort of like when we go and see the waves in the ocean or the flicker of flames in a campfire. In fact, in a way, it kind of looks like kind of a campfire, kind of spinning around there. So beautiful. I love that we have all these color choices to just kind of please anybody. Imagine this out as a focal point in your garden, really going to be a showpiece.
Well, we are down to last call. Crimson red has sold out. The multi that you see with Nancy is gone. If you want the green, we have 2 dozen. We have 100 in the blue, and that is it. If you have a pool, get the blue. That will look absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh, those are so cool. That's a wow. That is an outdoor piece of art for 4 easy payments of $19.